So the first one, Craig, what is it?
Yeah, block free email addresses. Now, why did we put this in CMS feature rather than marketing feature? Because the second one is around how to stop getting form submits from some locations or some countries. So you might think, oh, they're just marketing things. They're form settings. Yes, they are. But this came up because we've got a big corporate client. They've got a WordPress site. They're getting a lot of spam entries. And they're getting a lot of those free, Hotmails and Gmails. They've done the analysis, by the way. This was really interesting. They looked at by far the most email addresses they get are people signing up with the free email addresses. Yeah, like thousands and thousands. What they did is they did an analysis. We built some lists based on all the free email addresses. So we had a whole list of everyone that contacts with a free email address. Then we said, show me all the ones that had associated deals. And of those, show us the revenue. And the contribution to revenue from all these contacts was minuscule. It was like a few percent of revenue, which meant even though they were the predominant number of contacts coming in were majority free, they had very little impact on revenue. So what do they want to do? Oh, we want to block free email addresses on forms. We're like, oh yeah, there's just a setting. You just turn that. Oh no, it's a WordPress form. Okay. So now they're working with their agency to somehow get a list that they can put in whatever the form builder they're using in WordPress is to try and block all these different domains. And I was like, I didn't want to, can't say to the client, oh, you could have just done that because that's not helping them. But it's like, to people listening, just remind that this is just a tick box. You just click on the email field in a form and you can say block free email address providers. It's that easy. Now, should you turn it on or not? Well, test and measure. If you're a consumer brand or e-commerce, no, you probably want free email addresses. They're probably most of your customers. But if you're a B2B business, do that analysis. And then if it is just noise, distracting your sales reps from doing the high value calls, then block them. Now, at that same field, you can put in your own domains to block. And so we've been building up our own list of all these domains that we block as well. I've got a link in the show notes to a knowledge base that includes the full list. We've got hundreds that we add. Like these are just people that have spammed us over the years. I've just been building this list. So you can copy and paste it and put it in your own. So that's the first feature, block free email addresses. Here's the second one. They're like, oh, we're getting a lot of people signing up in certain countries. So now they're working with their WordPress agency to come up with some geo-blocking plugin that will... And I was like, we just do this already. We've been doing this for years. We just switch out the form for some countries. And again, screenshots in the show notes showing you how to do it. You just use a smart rule. With the smart rule, we have a rule that says if they're of a certain list of countries, there's Bangladesh and India and a few others, we just say, switch it out. And then what do? We show a form that doesn't have an email address on it. Okay, so they try and submit the form, it just won't submit. Now, caveat is you need to have a setting in your portal that is you will not allow contacts to be created unless they have an email address. Most of our clients' portals have this turned off, so you don't. But if you're the kind of company that creates contacts from calls, you get a lot of calls coming in creating contacts, this isn't going to work for you because you will allow them. But anyway, and the results of that, well, you can see here over the last couple of years, we've blocked almost 770 contacts that would have otherwise just distracted us with contact us forms, spamming us from countries. One other caveat on this, we only block them at the contact us level. So if they want to sign up for a newsletter or download assets, fine. We've got a lot of listeners in India, right? You want to download the HubShots framework? Yeah, go for it. I'm not going to block that. But we just found that I don't think we've ever had a valid lead come in on a contact us page from India over all the years. So we just blocked it. There's a whole bunch of other countries as well. So you can set that yourself. You might say, I've never got a valid lead from Australia, so I'll block Australia, whatever. Your mileage may vary. There you go. Two things. So that's just simple stuff to do in HubSpot. Why have I put this in the CMS feature of the week? Just because we've got a large enterprise client now that is spending a lot of time and money with their agency trying to implement this in WordPress when we could just easily enable it in minutes in HubSpot. So that's why it's a CMS Hub feature of the week.
So just to recap that, if you also have Marketing Pro, you can also enable those features.